In the last episode, we've crushed Megiddo in a decisive battle outside the city, which was fairly easy for us, but don't even think that we have a moment of peace. Megiddo still has a lot of territory in Arabia and a lot of powerful allies. The Canaanites are invading, the Phoenicians specifically, KADESH is still a threat, and who knows what else might come from the desert. But thanks to the bravery to the newly renamed Sons of Montu, thanks to the heroic deeds of the Sherden, we were able to just decisively crush them, and now we're gonna do another interesting play. According to an old Egyptian saying, if you kick your enemy in the nuts first, they're probably gonna fall down and not be able to kick you back, so that's exactly what we're gonna do here. While we're marching to spill some Canaanite blood, let's also spill some historical facts. The Phoenician city-states, and in this case, Byblos or Gubla that we're trying to subjugate now, they were pretty much firmly on the Egyptian side of influence. They supplied Egypt with great wood. No, don't take this out of context, it was used for chariots and ships. A lot of natural resources, and Tyrian purple. At this time, the Phoenicians were already known as amazing sailors, and actually, they had great archers in their cities. But at the same time, during this period, also known as the Amarna period in the 14th century, we start hearing of troubles brewing in Canaan. The sea people appear, the Shirtanu get their first historical mention as mercenaries on the side of the Canaanites in Egypt. But other nomadic tribes start invading the territories, and the Abiru, which was a term for social outcasts, a different class of bandits and mercenaries and everything, also appears. But you know what? If you want to learn more about Canaanites, and specifically Canaanite warfare, I got a perfect video for you right here. So what's our battle plan? We're massively outnumbered on the infantry part, but we have a lot of quality, our ranged units are amazing, so we're just gonna try to bait them in. We're gonna crush the flanks with the sea people, see if the Nubians and the better Egyptian spearmen can hold here. Listen, I can micro this for days, but let's actually just enjoy some cinematic shots. Let's just enjoy... Nah, he's a better unit. Our favorites, the Sons of Montu, look at them, they're just going in, javelins ready, they're gonna crush some Canaanites. Phoenicia this, buddy. Look at those beautiful animations, they're already slaughtering them and there's nothing they can do about it. Just left and right destruction. Okay, I know, I promised narrative. We're gonna zoom in, not enough micro. We're just gonna look at some battle animations unfold here with the spearmen. At this point of the New Kingdom, Egyptian spearmen were, and well, all Egyptian infantry could actually afford full body armor and helmets, something that was technically unheard of in the earlier periods. It's pretty crazy when you think about it, right? And look, the sea people already broke them. There's nothing they can do about it. Now I'm just gonna get a charge, but at the same time, their chariot general charged me. Okay, for some reason the archers went in there. I guess the archers made a little oopsie, but it's fine. We're just gonna pull them back and re-angle them so they can shoot here. I issued a charge order, but for some reason, the chariots are not moving. It's kind of hard getting used to the fire at will move, you know? It's gonna get kind of really weird, but you get used to it eventually. We're trying to throw some javelins into the Canaanites before we get their back here. This is perfect. Like, their slingers are no concern to us. Their slingers are absolutely worthless, and I'm not gonna charge into this yet. Actually, now is the perfect time. These guys are gonna go chill there. They're pushing in. And now we can just pull through. I'm trying to not risk my Pharaoh too much. He is still an important character, okay? It's not a character-focused game, but this Pharaoh is actually very important to me. Well, to all of us. Thutmose II was pretty interesting. Now, the Pharaoh's chariot stopped, even though I did issue the attack. I'm just gonna say Rome 2 jank and also early mod version, don't worry, soon it'll be better. The sea people just decisively crushed the flank. There's nothing the Canaanites could possibly do here. Their heavy chariots rolled right through my infantry, but they didn't manage to kill them. Like, my chariots, on the other hand, this is gonna cause a massive rout. Like, it's panic o'clock? Look at this. What are they gonna do about it? Well, run away, and this was just decisive. This was just steamroll. Let's look at some animations in the final moments. Once again, you gotta remember two things. This is early game. It's AI. I'm a human with more than 2 functioning brain cells. They're not gonna be a problem here. It's just, you know, let's just enjoy some actual slaughter while we can. The other armies are gonna pose more of a threat, but hey, remember, early game. Anyway, the Canaanites are completely crushed. Let's just break them, and it's time to conquer Byblos. Well, the Phoenicians got slaughtered there. Actually, now they're gonna get slaughtered again. But before we do this, a pharaoh would take counsel from his generals, so this is why I'm asking you to vote. After we subjugate Canaan, where do we go next? Do we try to raise Katusha? Do we go on a vacation to Greece? Hey, the summer's still not over, we got some time. Or do we maybe even just make a trip, I don't know, into Assyria? Write in the comments. Well, they thought it was a good idea to support their allies, but definitely not, because Byblos, or better said Gubla for the time period, is ours, and instead of subjugating, we actually want to control this piece of land. But, as our spy has discovered, Megiddo is actually mustering a new army against us, so we gotta crush this as soon as we can. But that's not all. Look, KADESH is also on the march. Okay, buddy. Okay, so it just keeps getting better and better. Not only am I at war with Libyans, I'm also at war with practically the entire Middle East, and now Yamhad decides to join in. Great, what's next? Are the Hittites gonna magically invade? Are the sea people gonna appear? Are the Greek gods just gonna strike me with lightning? Well, it's my own fault for making a world war. Guess I can't complain, you know? So in this battle, we're marching to liberate Ugarit. Once a kingdom on Egypt's side, then it betrayed Egypt and switched to the Hittites. But we're believing that's not gonna happen this time. You know, sometimes you gotta be an optimist, even if it's not the best thing in life, and you know, if they try to betray us, we're just gonna punish it severely. Infantry-wise, they outnumber us. Outmatch? Absolutely not, though they do have an elite sword bodyguard, so I just have to crush them with my good old sea people as soon as I can. Okay, we're just gonna get some counter charges. Their slingers are getting critted out. That's perfect. Let's actually zoom in for some charges. The Egyptian spearmen are going in hard. The way they like it, I assume, and the Canaanites stop right in the track. It's time for some battle. Spear-on-spear combat does not have the most enthusiastic animations, but at least you can just see them falling, and there's some pretty good stuff to see there, okay? Meanwhile, the sea people are throwing precursors. They're about to charge. Last-second counter-charge. Let's go and crush these guys over here. I'm not gonna bother microing the chariots or anything right now. I just want to show you guys off some more shots of the units and some cinematic stuff. Perfect. They're actually coming for a cinematic charge from the back. Let me just move the archers away so they can actually be useful. You know, I'm so sloppy this video just because I want to show you guys some more close combat. Look at that volley of javelins into the back. That is just so brutal, isn't it? And now they're just gonna get slaughtered with basically no counterplay. Such is the way of the Shardan. Such is the way of the sea people. Anyway, you know what? Screw this. We actually have to use our chariots now. We have to start actually playing the game, use the chariots, and try to kill the most important target on the battlefield, the KADESH king, who's playing with noble swords. You know? I don't think that's gonna help him that much. So the sea people decisively crush this flank, and we're gonna get the Egyptian spearmen here. No, those are Nubians, actually. Perfect. My brothers are gonna come in and flank. The Canaanite slingers are in a death trap, but they can't do anything. The Pharaoh's on the rear, and the Pharaoh's gonna get another rear charge. These chariots are sadly not there. I'm just gonna use a spearman to hurt them. These guys are free now. They're still fighting, but they can actually be disengaged. I'm gonna get a terrific rear charge here. Let's first look at the Pharaoh's chariots doing some Canaanite bowling. Yep. They stop, and they're still gonna get some kills in. Let's just drag them through. And just on time for the Shardana, baby! It's kill o'clock! Listen, for them, killing is their business, and business is booming. Business is good. It's just essentially no outplay in their situation. So let's continue here. We're gonna just try to chase him. Our other chariots are here. Perfect. The slingers are hurting them in. Double click is just sometimes so weirdly... I don't know. So, is their king actually falling? He's losing a good amount of troops, but they're so heavily armored. But I think a surprise sea people moment is not gonna help him that much with the armor. Let's go, you've thrown all your javelins, but you have not thrown your courage in. The king is getting flanked, and he's also getting shot to pieces by the composite bow, Nubian archers, and Egyptians. This is just a slaughter. Look at the arrow volleys. Look at that. You can't tell me that's not insane. Okay, did we just actually break them? Yeah, they're disengaging. The main line of the infantry broke, but that sea people rear charge was just enough to broke the king of Kadesh. That was insane. That was absolutely insane. You know what? Let's slaughter the other troops while we can on the flanks. Meanwhile, we're just gonna clean up the rest of the battle. The king is retreating, but we're still gonna fight. We're not gonna care about micro now once. As I said, this is as decisive as it gets. Let's just enjoy some animations. Unfortunately, some of the sons of Montu have to die here, but their bravery will be forever remembered as they liberate Ugarit. And hopefully, it'll be a firm ally of Egypt. Did you have enough? You thought you could really fight against me? Or, well, the might of the pharaoh itself? Oh, that guy just got over the shield. And yeah, there we go. Kadesh has been crushed. That was not even a terrible attempt at a dad joke. We're just gonna run them down and liberate. Our gamble in the north completely paid off, but Megiddo has come to reclaim their rightful city. But luckily for us, there's an Egyptian army marching to reinforce. Will we actually perish like dogs, or will we fight and win? That's something you're gonna have to find out in the next episode, but hey, listen. If you enjoy this, I'm glad. And if you actually are crazy enough to like it and subscribe, I'll be even happier. Hope you get to enjoy more Bronze Age content, more historical content in general. As I said, if you wanna tell me where to go next after Canaan, vote in the comments. And until the next time...